Whoa. Move this forward. Hey, what's up? Haven't made a video in a while because for spring break hang on a sec. I went to Pennsylvania and a bunch of places around there. It was really fun. I only have one video from it. I might tack it onto the end of this, but I took a shitload of pictures. Yeah, I went everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but I went a lot of places. There's a lot of really cool American history stuff in Philadelphia. So I saw like Independence Hall and the Liberty Bell and what else? The Ben Franklin Museum and stuff like that, and I went to Love Park too. That was really cool. See, there's a lot of skateboarding history there. And see all the marks on the ledges and stuff. That was really cool. And I went to a couple CD stores, of course. One called AKA Music and another called Noise Pollution, which is right across from Nocturnal Skate Shop. So that was a pretty cool street. Both record shops are awesome, and if you're in that area, you should definitely check them out. I wasn't just in Philadelphia though. I also went to I don't know what town, but I did tons of stuff. I went to the Hershey, not the factory, not the actual factory, but like the chocolate world thing that they have, and they have this cute little thing where you make your own candy bar and stuff, and I did that. You get to see like the stages of production and stuff, and design your own wrapper. They just put your chocolate bar in a tin, and they put the wrapper that you designed around it, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, and I saw Falling Water too, on our one of the last days of the trip when we went out farther east than Pennsylvania or Philadelphia. I mean, yeah, and that was amazing. It was pretty incredible. If you don't know, it's a house designed by the architect Frank Lloyd Wright, and it's really cool. I know I'm missing it. Oh yeah, I also went to I took a tour of the Eastern State Penitentiary, which is in Philadelphia. It's like this really scary jail that they don't use anymore, and you can just take tours of and stuff. So yeah. It was fun. I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, I think, but it was just a lot of oh, Gettysburg. Duh. I did the whole auto tour thing of Gettysburg where like you buy a CD and it's like a recording of a Gettysburg tour guide like talking about each stop that you drive to. It was really cool. I learned a lot. It was pretty moving. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also went to just a Civil War museum too. I learned a lot about the Civil War, Gettysburg especially. Yeah, yeah, lots of very enlightening stuff. But yeah, I wanted to show you the CDs that I bought at the record stores that I went to. At AKA Music, I bought Diary by Sunny Day Real Estate. Emo album. Very not as like it's not, how do I say this? It came out originally in like '94, I believe, so I don't want to say that it's like new or like modern or whatever. It kind of is, but it's not like super raw and like raw like the older, more definitive stuff. Well, I'm not going to say this isn't definitive, but you kind of know what I mean. It's a bit more accessible, mostly in terms of, it's not as, like, chaotic and, well, lo-fi, I guess. This is just the outer cover, the album cover without the logo. Looks a lot better. And it's really good. Yeah, to my knowledge, and you know what I've heard about it and what I've talked to people about it too. I don't know if that was grammatically correct, but it's pretty essential for any like really big, you know, emo fan. Which actually, I mean, I hate saying that word for pretty obvious reasons, but I mean, it's like the legit, you know, emo bands out there are really, really good. It can be a really good, you know, genre of music. Yeah, I very highly recommend this. It's very, you know, emotional. the, it's yeah, it's good stuff. And yeah, I just adore the artwork. So yeah, that was cool. I got this, got this new. It's got 2 bonus tracks. I say new because the rest of the stuff I got was used at Noise Pollution Records, which is like this really cool little like mostly like metal and hardcore shop, and they have lots of like rare collectible vinyls and stuff, and like yeah, and really cheap because most of it, I think all of it's used. So first thing I got, something I've been meaning to get for a while, Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Not their first album, so not technically the first heavy metal album ever or whatever, but came out the same year. And this is the album that has all of their, you know, most popular kind of revolutionary songs, you know, like Iron Man and Paranoid and War Pigs. And those aren't the only good songs, though. Every song is great. Yeah, I mean, it's essential, you know, for any metal collection, and it's also good, so it's a win-win. Yeah. Also got The Opposite of December by Poison the Well. Signed too, and it didn't really affect the price at all. I don't know who that is, but I don't know. It's pretty sweet. I actually had just found out about these guys not too long ago, which is really weird for me because I'm really into you know, metalcore, be it like progressive and weird or just melodic, you know, kind of stuff like this. Well, this is really, I mean, it's unique definitely because it was one of the first of its kind, but it definitely it takes some risks, you know, and stuff. And yeah, and I'm usually way into stuff like that. It was weird that I hadn't heard about these guys, but this album is awesome. It's really, really good. I hear, you know, I read about it, and it came out in '99, you know, so before all of the, you know, run-of-the-mill kind of assembly line metalcore bands that are around today. But yeah, they wouldn't exist without, you know, these guys, and I wish more of those bands, well, not the bands really, but their fans would acknowledge that and listen to this band, this album especially, The Opposite of December. It's yeah, like I said, I mean, it's melodic, but there's a lot of like clean interludes. There's clean vocals, which I'm guessing this is one of the first correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the first examples of like clean singing and like, you know, really, you know, heavy music like this. And there's breakdowns, you know, kind of more obvious and not so like subtle like in old school death metal. They're still very inspired sounding and creative though. Not like, you know, the metalcore and deathcore bands today. So yeah, if you like that kind of stuff, these guys are like that but better. So yeah, I almost started reviewing it there for a second. And I also got Warning by Anti-Gamma. I've only heard a couple songs off this album, but they were both really sweet. You know, grindcore band. They're, you know, on Relapse, and yeah, you know, it was cheap. So this was $5, I think, and it's used, but can you tell? You know, so yeah, cool that I picked that up. Got to listen to this soon. Been getting into some grind lately. So yeah, that's what I got on my trip. Now, I figured I'd just kind of smush this into the same video. I also had a, here, hang on a sec. Holy shit. Oh, 15 minutes, I guess. Yeah, I also had a Barnes & Noble gift card that I got for Christmas, and I finally spent that, so I'll show you what I got with that. First thing, a book, of course, since it's a Barnes & Noble gift card. American Hardcore by Stephen Blush. Another genre I've been really getting into lately, like the old definitive shit, which is like all this book is. Very good. Lots of interviews with really important people, and it's, you know, it's American hardcore, so like the chapters are kind of organized by state. A lot of them are anyway. Um, and yeah, uh, yeah, I haven't finished it yet, you know, but I mean, there's tons of old, like rare pictures and big, lots of information. I'm learning a lot that I didn't know, you know, so it's cool. Yeah. And yeah, awesome cover. And the CDs were the other things that I bought with the cart. First one being The Shape of Punk to Come by Refuse, the deluxe edition that comes with the CD, which is in my CD player, which is why it's not there. A live CD plus the documentary kind of about the band breaking up and their last show and stuff. And the documentary is good enough to buy on its own. It's crazy. And I got like all three of these for like less than $20. Obviously extremely influential and extremely fucking good too. Like, it seems like I've been saying that about everything, but this is seriously an incredible album. Also got In the Aeroplane Over the Sea by Neutrophil Hotel. I just posted a cover of the title track from this album. It's What You Can Blame for My Becoming an Indie Hipster. Fuck you. Yeah. It's an amazing album. If you appreciate music, I mean, you really shouldn't. There's no reason you shouldn't at least, you know, give this album the respect it deserves. Some of the most beautiful melodies I've ever heard. And last but not least, I'm just gonna call it Parenthesis by I don't know how to pronounce the band name. I love the band, but I don't know how to pronounce their name. Is it Sigur Rós or Ros or Ro? Do you pronounce the S? I don't know. I was just a tiny bit of a letdown. A lot of people really like it, and I like it too, just not as much as a lot of other people. It's got a lot of really good moments, but some pretty weak moments too. Still glad I bought it though. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I have bought lately. Alright, getting long here. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching.